Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about dentistry after lockdown. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. We felt a moral duty to reduce routine care for fear of spreading COVID-19 among our patient and beyond, but were understandably concerned about the financial consequences. We all might be scared somewhere, but we know that someday we have to start our routine. In India from 18th May, most of us are going to resume our work. So well before that, we should know the exact protocols to be followed. Because one mistake by us can cost a lot to many. This is novel coronavirus and everything about it is novel. We are facing a challenge that we have not been prepared for. No dental school or management training program could have envisioned a situation like this one, where there is a prolonged period of interruption. We all know that our profession falls under the very high risk category. So, this video is all about how we can take care of our patients and ourselves in the time of current pandemic. Key concepts to pay attention are: our dental settings have unique characteristics that warrant additional infection control consideration. So we have to focus on additional infection control. We have to postpone elective procedures, surgeries and non-urgent dental visits. Proactively communicate to both our staff and our patients. We should know the steps to take if a patient with COVID-19 symptoms enters our facility. First of all, we should know this very clearly, that what are the dental emergencies and the urgent situations according to ADA guidelines. So dental emergencies are basically life-threatening situation in which patient is either having uncontrolled bleeding or might be having compromised airway, extraoral or intraoral swellings or airway obstruction due to trauma. This comes under dental emergencies. And urgent dental care basically includes patient with severe pain or swelling. So here is a step-by-step protocol which we have to follow in patients who need emergency dental care but they are without COVID-19. Okay, they are not showing any symptoms. So first we'll do the telephone triage of all patients. Contact patients prior to emergency dental treatment. This is very important. Telephone triage all patients in need of emergency dental care. Assess the patient's dental condition and determine whether the patient needs to be seen in the dental clinic. Second, we can use teleconferencing or teledentistry as an alternative. If dental treatment can be delayed, provide patient with detailed home care instructions and any appropriate pharmaceuticals. To strengthen our relation with our patients in such difficult times, we can also send the guidelines for how to take care of their oral hygiene in this difficult time of COVID. If at all, patient appears to our dental clinic for emergency dental care, or what steps we need to take. First of all, either you can ask patient to wait outside of your clinic, that is in a corridor or in a parking lot, if possible. The door of your clinic should be opened by your assistant who is already wearing gloves. We have to try that patient touches as minimal surfaces as possible. If we are allowing patient to wait in our own clinic's waiting area, then we have to follow the protocols of social distancing. Block certain chairs, or we can cover our chairs or benches which are in the waiting area with plastics, so it would be easier for us to sterilize the room once the patient leaves. As soon as the patient enters, temperature readings should be taken first. If patient is non-fragile, that is, he is not having higher temperature, Then and then we can allow him to come inside and we can treat him. Once the temperature readings are taken, now we can prepare our patient. First, we will give the alcohol-based hand wash to the patient and then we'll offer a mask. Third, we'll give him gloves to wear and ask him to hold his hands upward so that he does not touches any surfaces. Then we can offer our patient to gargle with hydrogen peroxide or povidone iodine mouthwash. It will sterilize their mouth as well as the oropharynx. Now the second step is preparing ourselves. How we will prepare ourselves for such emergency dental conditions. First of all, gloves. Before entering the patient room or care area, put on clean, non-sterile gloves. Change gloves if they become torn or heavily contaminated. Before leaving the patient room or care area, remove and discard gloves. Disposal of all the waste is very critical in such time for us. Immediately perform hand hygiene. Before entering a patient room or care area, put on one of the following: N95 respirator or respirator that offers a higher level of protection. N95 respirator offers 99% filtration rate. If respirator is not available, use a combination of surgical mask and full face shield. Surgical mask offers filtration rate up to 80%. During aerosol generating procedures, if you have to perform emergency RCO or in some situation where you have to use aerator, then you have to have this many things in your personal protection equipment kit: disposable hood or a head cap, disposable non-woven gown, 3-ply mouth mask, disposable shoe cover, disposable eye gear or loops, and surgical gloves. People who have ended home isolation can receive emergency dental care. Now, we cannot say no to those who have been quarantined in earlier days, in the lockdown days, right? We might be having such patients who have travel history from foreign countries before certain time, and right now they are not showing any respiratory symptoms and they are perfectly healthy. So in such cases we have to offer dental care. In such cases we cannot be frightened and say no to them. So in such condition we have two strategies: non-test based, in which you have to see at least 3 days have passed since recovery and at least 10 days have passed since symptoms first appeared. Okay, this much gap has to be there. Then and then you can agree to treat such patient in your clinic. Second strategy is test based. Here also we can have two variety of patient: a person who have COVID-19 and who had symptoms also, right? Which means person had symptoms of COVID-19 and had been positive in the COVID-19 test as well. So here we have to take 2 negative specimens consecutively. 2 tests should be negative for his or her COVID report. Then and then we can treat him in our clinic. And in the second scenario, person with laboratory confirmed COVID-19 who have not had any symptoms. Okay, the patient was asymptomatic but the lab had confirmed the reports of COVID-19. So in such cases, at least 10 days have passed since the date of the first positive COVID-19 viral test and have had no subsequent illness. We have to avoid using aerators. No aerator, no aerosols should be a new mantra. But in some situation, we have to. So if aerosol generating procedures are necessary for emergency care, use four-handed dentistry, high evacuation suction and dental dams to minimize droplet spatter and aerosols. If a surgical mask and a full face shield are not available, seeing the current scenario and the supply chain, if at all surgical mask and full face shield is not available to you yet, do not perform any emergency dental care. Refer the patient to a clinician who has the appropriate PPE. When the patient leaves, at the time for the payment, you have to convince the patient for paying via electronic payment. Avoid taking cash payment. Soon after the patient leaves, we have to sterilize our clinic and all those surfaces again. So for that we need to train our assistant in well before. Surfaces which can easily come in contact with patient or our assistant or by us, such as the door handles, the chairs, benches where the patient sits, in the reception area. So all those surfaces should be cleaned soon after the patient leaves. Clean, disinfect and reprocess reusable equipment appropriately before use with another patient. Avoid touching eye, nose and mouth during unwashed hands. It is extremely important for a dentist to wear mask throughout the time he is in the operating area or in the clinic as well. Now PPE kit is something new to us. We are not trained to use PPE kits, or we don't even know how to handle it, right? So this is very crucial for us to know how to remove PPE kit once you are done with the patient. So after completing the patient, how we will remove the PPE kit? First, we will move from most contaminated to least contaminated. Clean gloved hands with an alcohol-based sanitizer, 60% as we all know. Remove gloves and dispose. Wash hands with soap and water. Now this is crucial step. Put on new pair of gloves. Then we have to remove the goggles, face shield or loops, whatever you are wearing. And then remove the mask or respirator. Then you have to remove your cap or hairnet, and then you can remove these gloves. Okay. Infected waste. Used PPE should be disposed into yellow bag. Potential exposure guidance. Even when a dental health personnel screen patient for respiratory infections, they may treat a dental emergency patient who is later confirmed to have COVID-19. If you are following sufficient infection control measures in your dental clinic, then you cannot say no to such patients who are having respiratory infections and they are in extreme need of having dental care. Okay, so it is our moral duty and responsibility as well. When we have a correct knowledge, we won't be afraid to treat such patients. If patient report to any respiratory problems, then refer the patient to medical provider for the test of COVID. We have to institute a policy to contact all the patients who have received emergency dental care in 48 hours after receiving emergency dental treatment. Now, here is the provision of emergency care to patient with COVID-19. Okay, patient is already positive with COVID-19 and is currently showing the symptoms as well. And if at all he needs dental treatment, so in such cases we have to have negative isolation environment or a separate protective environment with negative isolation available in our clinic. Then and then we can treat such patients, otherwise we cannot. Negative isolation is basically the pressure inside that room is very much less than the surrounding atmosphere. So what is the COVIDified future for dentists? No one can predict the future, but there is a lot of speculation about what future holds for dentistry when the pandemic is behind us. For dentistry, this may mean that patients initially focus only on emergency procedures or the treatment that really matters to them. So this is not a very good news for orthodontist and hygienist, but there is an alternate possibility where patients fresh from house arrest go all out and spend money on things that make them look good and feel better. So this was seen in 9/11 attack. Soon after the 9/11, this type of phenomenon was seen in people. So this can be a possibility. So in a nutshell, there is no point in being pessimistic about the future of the dental profession. We will get by and we will survive. I hope this video was enough informative and useful to you. Please do share it with your dentist friend or whosoever need to hear this. Please share it and subscribe my channel. Thank you.